After thermonuclear war, man's towering industrial marvels may no longer stretch to the heavens.
Degenerates.
Excuse me, did I miss something? I'm a huge, very huge Fallout fan. Fallout 4 alone is one of my favorite games of all time. And when that #PleaseStandBy livestream started, I watched it continuously for 3 hours. Nothing happened, so I eventually went to bed after spamming #GameForTod into the Twitch chat. On the next day, right after school, I got back to that livestream, and when they showed the trailer, I was both excited and intrigued. What could this new game be? An online MMO? A spin-off single player like New Vegas? Or something I couldn't imagine? So E3 arrived. I live in Germany, so I got up at 3 in the night to watch Bethesda's press conference. Rage 2 was cringy to say the least, Doom was okay, and the rest wasn't that exciting all around. But then something magical happened. God Howard entered the stage. He just announced one game after the other, Skyrim for the Alexa, Fallout 76 of course, as well as Starfield, It's Real, and The Elder Scrolls 6. So after everything was done, I thought to myself, well, an online Fallout game. Cool, isn't it? And that was all. I wasn't and am still not particularly interested into an online Fallout experience. Fallout was always a game where you could be on your own, goof around a little bit and such. That's what made that game series so appealing to me in the first place. Fallout 1 is a pretty good game on its own, just like Fallout 2 and Tactics. We better not talk about Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, and Fallout 3 as well as New Vegas were both pretty well executed sandboxes. But Fallout 4 still holds a special place in my heart, and exactly that in an online format sounded ridiculous to me at first. I have heard people from all over the internet complaining about exactly that. An online game. XX PussySlayer69XX has killed you, say some in a mocking voice, while others are just afraid of all the griefing that comes with nukes on the map, which are launchable? I'm so sorry, Todd, please forgive me for my sinning. I swear I will never criticize you again.
Degenerates.
But for real, the idea of having several nuclear launch sites at your disposal sounds terrifying at first, but they already said that it will be extremely hard to come by a launch code, and probably about 3 months after release, at least that timeframe is my guess, they will also implement private sessions where you and your non-existing friends can play together. Yay!
There are other situations where you may find yourself in close proximity to unfriendly neighbors. For such cases, you must learn to defend yourself using your natural strength. Use anything sharp or sturdy enough to swing. Get creative with your implement, but stay reasonable and look for anything that can further enhance your innate vigor. The greater your strength, the greater the impact.
There will be mod support, of course. I know the Skyrim and Fallout modding community for 2 years now, and they will find a way to implement that before, lo and behold, Bethesda will introduce official modding support in about the same time frame as said earlier, about 3 months. I can't wait to see how they will replace every texture in the game with the face of Todd Howard himself.
But remember, some moments require more than muscle.
No NPCs. There has been a giant wave of criticism against Bethesda for not implementing any NPCs. There will be no noir synth detective, no overambitious journalist, and no Easy Pete. Although monsters and such are confirmed to be in the game. For example, that giant sloth thing that looks like something from The Last of Us, that melee character who will totally not succumb to a stealth archer in the late game, as well as that spider bee thingy which has a nest on its back. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Camp. I never really liked the settlement system in Fallout 4. Sure, it was cool to have a home base to store all of your stuff inside, a bit of decoration and Mama Murphy's chair. And that's basically it. Having a portable settlement sure comes in handy, but I'm not sure how exactly Bethesda wants to make this. Does it get blueprinted, or do we simply have our settlement accessories at our disposal after we open camp? I don't know, and I guess we still have to wait for the beta to find that out. Combat will probably be just like how it was in Fallout 4. Although PvP will probably either be interesting or toxic as shit. My guess will be the latter. Having to work together will also probably be a huge part of the experience. I can already picture how awesome it would be to explore some old factory and defeating your foes through pure teamwork. It's also publicly known that Fallout 76 will take place on 25 years after the Great War, which will be extremely exciting because of all the irradiated creatures you will encounter. And you may even have the chance to experience true pre-war Americana. It's also already confirmed that you will be able to wander through 6 distinct different parts of the map. The forest, which will host a selection of swampland creatures, and will be your starting location, Toxic Valley. I don't know, do I get sick or something? Which will probably be a salt-like of some sort. The Savage Divide, which, as the name already tells, divides the map into 2 pieces and will probably be a mid to late game area. Cranberry Bog, the Mire, as well as Ash Heap will probably be more late game-esque, because they're even more rural and full of nuclear power plants, pre-war industry facilities and, at least I hope so, crazily overpowered creatures. Quarry Junction comes to mind. After all, I like the environmental storytelling approach by Fallout 4. And that would also be a great system for this game. There are no NPCs after all. I just hope it doesn't succumb to a simple loot and shoot like Borderlands, which is a game I dislike, for example.
The difference between whether you live or die in the post-nuclear world may depend on the flip of a coin.
All in all, I'm pretty excited for Fallout 76. I kinda like the aspect of a game company making an online game instead of literally the same game for 10 years. And I'm also pretty sure that it will be an exciting ride exploring the wasteland of West Virginia while combating a vast amount of different enemies and factions. The game will be fun, it is not the end of the world, no, New Vegas 2 is not coming in the near future, you fucking peasants. Just have fun with it and enjoy your journey, which I will attend to. Goodbye.